everyone, welcome back. My name is Marie Major. In this video, I want to talk more about time. How can we time jump? How can we gap that bridge between timelines? How can we get on our highest timeline? And if you have not seen, I recently did an eclipse video, and I think that's just also another great video to go watch because it really helps you align and work with the eclipse. And this all circles back to timelines. It circles back to the energy of working with time, asking yourself, what is your relationship with time? How are you moving through time? How do you feel about time? Age is a gift, but a lot of us forget that. And I know it's hard to say and difficult to say when you feel like your body's aching, you're running out of time, but I want to remind people that time is such a precious gift, and how we see it and how we tend to that relationship really paves the way for what we want to actually manifest and create. We hear so much about manifestation, law of attraction, but a lot of people don't talk about how time is so important, how the energy about time and what is occurring with time and the frequency of time and how we are meant to see time, because that says everything. Because where a lot of people are super hung up is where they feel like everything they desire is way out there, that it's far away from them. The timeline seems almost impossible to get to. That amount of money you want, that job you want, that relationship you want, that travel you want, that journey just seems like such a far journey, but really it's not. It is this understanding and knowing that when everything is actually there, everything you want to manifest, create is all here in the field. And all you have to do is shift your awareness, take that flashlight, put that light as on the spotlight of what it is you want, or think of an ocean. You're in the time of the sea, you're in the ocean, and it is the time of the ocean. Okay, and that's how you move through certain timelines. You are gracefully floating and swimming to certain points on certain waves, and those are different timelines. So you can get there at any time, but it takes you shifting your mindset and your attitude. And also, it takes an energy of patience and trust, which is surrender. Are you going to surrender and let go to it is that you want to create? It's an art. Yes, you are co-creators. You are creating your life. You are the artist in your life. You are creating this energy, but you also have to surrender to it. And by surrendering, you're trusting the universe. You're trusting that it knows your path. It knows how to get you there. It is your compass. That is what the surrendering experience is all about. A great book by Michael A. Singer is the book called Surrender Experiment. And he breaks down his life about how he really would say no to certain things, but decided to say yes, and where it actually brought him and how his life unfolded. It's a beautiful book. Most people know him for Untethered Soul, but I really recommend um, uh, um, the Surrender Experiment, and just the energy behind it is so powerful, and it really helps you actually build that energy of trust and surrendering. But back to with time, because time is an illusion. In the universe, time does not exist. We are living on an earthly realm where we signed up for a time-space reality. So yes, we are moving through time, but in the long run, in the higher perspective, the past and the future are right here. So that's why I like people to visualize either a piece of artwork, like a canvas, or a body of water, like an ocean, or you can think of it like a field, like an open grass field. And with your flashlight, you have certain things out on this field. So instead of looking at it like a linear, you begin to look at time as a spiral. And that's a key, especially for a lot of people who are visual. You really have to begin seeing time like that, because we've been so programmed to think the past is behind us, We're in this moment and the future's way ahead of us. But really, that actually holds us into a box. It keeps us into this small box where you can't actually be creating what you want to manifest because you believe it's so far out there. You believe it's so far away from you. You believe that you have to climb this huge mountain and it's going to take decades to get to. It doesn't work like that. Things can happen instantly. Life can change in a blink of the eye for the better. A lot of people say that phrase for the worst, but I want people to start saying that for the better. My life can change for the better. It takes 1 second. It takes one person. It's a chance of fate. You meet somebody you love at a coffee shop, then you have a family with them, or you meet somebody or you find somebody who connects you with the right job, the right opportunity that shapes and changes your life. You get a brand deal or something, or somebody, sends you a check or this and that. Like abundance starts flowing in because you began to work on the understanding where you believe time is an illusion, but it's also a relationship. And if I believe everything is there, and everything can come to me in on my timeline. Everything I desire, my highest timeline is there. My guides are walking it, my spirit team is walking it, the universe is guiding me here. But all I have to do is trust. All I have to do is really shift my frequency, my vibration. This is a good reminder. I'm like thinking this is a great reminder for me. Like, like we're all human. Like, do not think I have this down because I do not. Like, I still have to really exercise and work every day to shift my energy to get into a state of alignment. But what I have learned, what I do know, is the more you show up at, let's say, that job or that situation, or um where you're living and you don't like your environment, you don't like the place you live, or where you are, the city, the town, the more you actually show up with a place of love, the more you can land in your heart in appreciation and know that this doesn't always have to be. This is going to shift. Times are going to change. Things will align. The more you step into that energy, into that frequency, the more you will be able to see, you will be able to get shifted onto your highest timeline. You will begin to easily float to that new wave. You will be easily moved and walked with that flashlight. You will be able to see it clearer with the light shining on it. This is the thing. This is what is the key. But how much are you landing and showing up to this understanding? So I know if you maybe are very spiritual and tapped in and you're like, Marie, I already know time's an illusion, this and that, and oh, I already know the spiral of time, I already practice that. That is great, but this is just another reminder. How much are you showing up daily and understanding this? How much are we saying as humans? Like I say this all the time too, because we are in Aquarius age. We're in the beginning of it. Time is speeding up. But I just had a few phone calls and someone was like, oh my God, I feel like time is slipping away from me. And I'm like, I know time is going so fast. How are we all, you hear people be like, oh, how are we already at the end of August? How is it almost September? Which, me saying that too, I'm like, what? But how can we maybe evolve from those statements, even those little chit chats and conversations we have, but actually maybe add and shift our frequency, being like, wow, look at how far I've come. Look at what is in the works. Look at what is aligned. Look at what I have done. Look at where I'm at. Oh, I feel like things are moving along. Look at, maybe there's no evidence around me, but I have soulfully grown. I have spiritually evolved. This is the things that we as humans need to be preaching about, need to be saying. Because if you want time to be on your side, it can be. You just have to ask, though. That is what is important here. You have to ask for time to be on your side. You have to ask and have a good relationship with time. It wants to help you. It wants you to succeed. because it knows it's an illusion, that it is a time space reality, but in the overall, in the cosmos, in the realms, in the different dimensions, there's greatness happening. There is deepening happening. There's expansion happening. There's evolution happening. Okay, people, that's all I have for today. I hope that helped. It's just a bit of a reminder how to help you get on your highest timeline. Please comment down below where you are from, and if you like these videos and any suggestions on what else you would like to know and for just stuff I should be filming about. But yes, thanks again for watching.